Yeah, simply ball dropping. What's up, family? K-Sap, we up! Ain't no stopping. I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve, making you haters believe I'm the MVP. Ask Mr. V and R&B, they do all sports, whether it's on the field or the court, from the arena to the ring. What? You wanna swing? I rope a dope like the one on this boxing thing. That's a punchline. I'm the greatest of all times. Got something on your mind? Hit us up on the line for that round table talk. Ask B Hunt and Sheena and K-Sap too for their views on our dudes. Marriage Chronicles for you lovers. Oh, I'm married to the game. The championships, the only time I wanna ring. K-Sap, the man behind the mic. Check 1, 2. It ain't a rap until I say it's a rap. Just fall through, pull up the hottest pod smoking. Yeah, I got you open. This freestyle brought to you by James Ford. Paid promotion. Yeah, simply ball dropping. You know what time it is. Pull up, chop it up with your family, man. K-Sap, what up?
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Droppin' podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
This episode is sponsored by True Choice Insurance. Here at True Choice, we take a different philosophy when it comes to providing you with your insurance options. We emphasize the value of the products we offer, instead of playing on the fear of you not being protected in your time of need. True Choice is affiliated with more than 60 insurance companies. This makes us one of the most independent agencies in the state of Texas. Please visit TrueChoiceInsurance.com for all your insurance needs.
Things here. We're not a one trick pony. We give the people what they want. We do a lot of roundtable discussions on hot topics. We do a lot of marriage chronicles on couples that been married for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, so on. But you guys do me a favor, come a little closer. And when you come in the stream, like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, for the ones that haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Also turn on the post notification icon bell so you'll get notified when we drop these hot bangers. Yeah, we're gonna get off into it today. As y'all all are well aware, we had some fireworks. In that Memphis Grizzlies and Los Angeles Lakers game. That was a great game to watch. Kudos to the Lakers for pulling it off. But as y'all are well aware, Shannon Sharpe is a big LeBron James supporter. He supports LeBron James. And if you guys look back, about 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, Shannon Sharpe was courtside when the Lakers played Atlanta. And after the game, LeBron ran down to Shannon Sharpe, gave him a hug. They talked for a while. Media outlets, they captured it all. It was posted on Twitter. It was posted on Instagram. It was posted on TikTok. He is a real big LeBron James supporter. And for those who watch the show Undisputed with him and Skip Bayless, they always go back and forth when it comes, talking about LeBron James. As you guys are well aware, Skip Bayless does not care for LeBron James. He really doesn't. So don't let him fool you, because the incident that happened on that Monday Night Football game when he made his comments about Damar Hamlin, and the next day the show went on and Shannon wasn't there, Skip turned his focus into saying, I've become a big fan of LeBron James. Hey, stop fooling yourself, because you're not fooling me, Skip Bayless. You do not like LeBron James. I mean, you can slice and dice it the way you want. read all your tweets. I mean, your main focus is LeBron James. And LeBron James has kept your career going long enough, because for all the slander and things that you say about LeBron James, he's kept you in the news because of your tweets about LeBron James. Skip, what are you going to do when LeBron retires and rides off into the sunset? LeBron has kept your career going, because without you talking about LeBron, you really don't have nothing else to talk about. You really don't. You really don't. Tom Brady is about to hang it up. We'll see. But without them two guys, especially LeBron, you have nothing else to talk about. Well, let's get off into the meats and potatoes of the podcast. Like I said, when I opened up, everybody's well aware of the basketball game that took place between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Lakers. And boy, did we have some fireworks. We had some fireworks in that game. Like I said, Shannon Sharpe was courtside of this basketball game. Like in the previous week, he was courtside when they played Atlanta Hawks. So when Shannon Sharpe gets a chance to support LeBron James, he does that. He's one of LeBron's biggest supporters, one of his biggest fans. And last night at halftime, we really didn't know what was going on, because they didn't show what actually took place. We didn't get wind of this until they came back and was ready to start the third quarter. So they showed the altercation, what happened. So basically, Shannon Sharpe was sitting courtside. And we could see at halftime, as they was walking away, Dylan Brooks was looking over towards somebody on the baseline. Come to find out, it was Shannon Sharpe. So an altercation started. So what they showed when they came back from commercial break before the third quarter started, Shannon Sharpe was standing his ground and he was pointing. And then all of a sudden, Steven Adams came over there. Shannon Sharpe still was, standing his ground, 10 toes down. You can see in some of Shannon Sharpe's gestures that y'all don't want this smoke. Y'all don't want this smoke. And he was telling Dylan Brooks, come right here, come right here. So basically, what we found out later was Dylan Brooks got upset because of the fact that Shannon Sharpe said you are too small to guard LeBron James. So Dylan Brooks shouted back some explicitness. He said, F you. Shannon Sharpe said, F you back. Then you caught Ja Morant talking about set your ass down. Then you saw Steven Adams run over and say some things. And then you see Ja Morant's dad get into the mix. And basically you can see Shannon Sharpe telling T. Morant, Ja Morant's dad, that I bet you won't. I bet you won't. But for that to go down the way it did, for a team that talks as much trash as the Memphis Grizzlies, and for y'all to react to what Shannon Sharpe said to Dylan Brooks about you're too small to guard LeBron James, that's good old trash talking. So for everybody to get upset and cause that big commotion, Memphis Grizzlies, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. As much trash talking you guys talk, and to get upset because one, Shannon Sharpe tells Dylan Brooks that you are too small to guard LeBron James. And this is how you guys react. But it's stuff that was brewing, and it was led up to what took place. Shannon Sharpe, he picked the right game to be courtside at, because Shannon Sharpe just wanted to be there up close in person to listen to all the trash talk that Memphis Grizzlies does. So basically, there's a backstory to all this. First, it goes off as the game against Golden State, when Klay Thompson was basically telling these guys, y'all know Dynasty, it's no rivalry. And, Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bain and John Morant just talking all this gibberish. But y'all haven't won nothing. Y'all an exciting group of young guys that is exciting. John Morant, like I said, every year since he's been in the NBA, he has improved. He is much CTV, and he does a lot of stuff on the court that a lot of people will pay top dollars to see up close in person, because he will excite people that are in the stands. But we go and look at it. It's not just John Morant doing all the talking. He got the whole Memphis Grizzlies talking. Recently, Desmond Bain was on the JJ Redick podcast, and JJ Redick basically put it out there. So kudos to JJ Redick of throwing this out there, telling Desmond Bain, it's like, a lot of fans outside of Memphis are annoyed with all y'all's antics and all y'all's trash talking. So kudos to JJ Redick for seeing a lot of things that a lot of these fans see from the Memphis Grizzlies. But this was brewing. And if you go back and take a look at what Shannon Sharpe said, it kind of irritated the Memphis Grizzlies, because a lot of athletes say they don't look at the headlines, they don't look at the news, they don't listen to what the media says. But evidently the Memphis Grizzlies have been paying attention to some of the things that Shannon Sharpe has said. And Shannon Sharpe was right there live and in person at this game. So let's take a look at what Shannon Sharpe had to say. What Dylan Brooks said.
Regular pedestrian like that, no. He should have never came back in the game.
A pedestrian. It's a Hall of Fame tight end. So that's disrespect right there from Dylan Brooks, to call Shannon Sharpe a regular pedestrian. I find that hard to believe that Dylan Brooks don't know who Shannon Sharpe is. Maybe he does, and he just tried to downplay the whole situation. But like I said, this has been brewing. And, for what Shannon Sharpe said, I totally agree with him. I mean, Memphis does a lot of chirping. It's just a lot of chirping. But as soon as somebody says something to them, it looked like it backfired. Everybody got up in arms. So basically at halftime, Dave McMenamin caught up with Shannon Sharpe to get his take on it, because they had to, calm Shannon Sharpe down. And they took him in the hallway with security to let, things, boil down, let it calm down some. So basically what Shannon Sharpe said was, Dylan Brooks was chirping. Shannon Sharpe told Dylan Brooks he was too small to guard LeBron James. Dylan Brooks shouted back, F you. Then Shannon Sharpe shouted back, F you too. Then John Morant, he told Dylan Brooks, I'm right here. Come here. Then John Morant got into it. And like Shannon Sharpe said, John Morant didn't want the smoke. Then he said Steven Adams came. He didn't want the smoke. Then he said the father, T. Morant, came, and he definitely didn't want the smoke. But Shannon said, I was up for everything that they was going to do. And he said, don't let them fool you now. So kudos to Shannon Sharpe, man. He didn't back down. For guys that don't know who Shannon Sharpe is, man, he's an NFL Pro Bowl tight end. The cat benches over 400 pounds. He had no security with him last night. He was on his own, and he did not take a step back. He stood his ground, knowing that, them guys ain't going to come over there and bum rush him. It's too much security in there. But for Shannon Sharpe to stand up and stand on what he believes in about the Memphis Grizzlies, doing all that chirping, kudos to him, man. And just like LeBron James said in his post-game press conference after the Los Angeles Lakers got that victory, it was a well-fought game, man. Lakers came back. Hopefully that can start something good for the Lakers and get them in the right direction. But LeBron James said, basically, I support Shannon 365 days a year, 366 with the leap year. That's my guy. And he got my back, and I always got his back. So that's genuine support right there, man. That's genuine love, man. And like I said, Shannon Sharpe is one of the biggest LeBron James supporters. But this notion of the Memphis Grizzlies trying to throw this tough persona around, all this trash talking, thinking they rough. They got a bunch of, like Kendrick Perkins said, they got a bunch of goons over there, a bunch of young studs. But all this, jockeying around and all this yapping and you ain't won nothing. And like he said, the last time Memphis Grizzlies was in the conference finals, John Morant was 13 years old. So for them guys to come out talking and just looking straight past the West, once these teams in the West get healthy, it's going to be a lot of trouble, man. You're not just going to run through the West. Yeah, y'all got an exciting group. Yeah, y'all are tops in the NBA. But the disrespect that you have for the Western Conference opponents, talking about you're not even worried about the West. You're looking straight into the East with the likes of Boston. And then you disrespecting the likes of Milwaukee and Philadelphia. So it's John Morant, man, and y'all's Memphis Grizzlies, man. Y'all need to tone it down. I mean, you were supposed to say that. You were supposed to say you're not worried about nobody. But the better answer would have been, let's just take it one step at a time and see what happens. But last night just showed that anything can happen in an NBA. Anything can happen. And Shannon Sharpe was there for all the smoke. And he did not back down one bit. And the Memphis Grizzlies, a young, brash team, and they just be talking. But, like I said, Shannon Sharpe held his own, man. So, guys, tell me what you think about the altercation and how you feel about the Memphis Grizzlies on all their yapping and all their talking, trash talk. But as soon as someone was there that knew the history of their trash talk and uttered one word to Dylan Brooks, it put the whole team up in arms, including John Morant's dad, T. Morant. But there was some good that came out of this last night. The fact that they showed Shannon Sharpe and T. Morant, hugging it out. No disrespect, coming together, letting things calm down. I know it was probably all in fun, but a situation like that, T. Morant, he's been at every game Memphis has played. Home games, away games. I wonder how much Jai's paying for all these courtside seats for his dad. I know he's forking out $1, or maybe that's some of the perks that T. Morant gets by being a NBA son's father. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting, but for T. Morant to get involved in that, he should have, left that alone, let them players handle that. But I'm glad that they did come together at the end to embrace each other and say, hey, this is uncalled for. But it's uncalled for what Dylan Brooks started and kept walking to the bench. And then Steve Adams had to come over there and take up for Dylan Brooks. And then Ja Morant had walked over there. And the crazy thing about it is, Ja Morant thought he was slick, but the cameras caught him saying what he had to say, telling Shannon, "Set your ass down." Like, that's utterly disrespect to somebody of that magnitude and somebody of that stature in Shannon Sharpe. So guys, man, Memphis, man, you got to, practice what you preach. If you want to talk trash and these other teams and their fans talk trash back at you, now y'all want to be like it's a Royal Rumble. You can't have it both ways. So, but I thought that the NBA handled it well. Hopefully, Shannon Sharpe don't get no backlash from, Fox or anything like that, because he still has a job. But on his leisure time, he was out supporting somebody that he rocks hard with. So hopefully, no consequences, come his way. But like I said, I take my hat off to Shannon Sharpe, man. He stood 10 toes down. He didn't budge. He said he wanted all the smoke. But I just thought it was interesting that the trash talk turned into something like this for a team that talks the most trash in the NBA, and a lot of people has called him out for it. Now you get some fireworks that happen because Shannon Sharpe uttered the words to Dylan Brooks, "You too small to guard LeBron James." And then you want to shout back the Exodus. I just don't understand that, man. So you guys let me know what you think, man. Post down in the comments what y'all think about this altercation and how y'all feel about it. And how do y'all feel about the Memphis Grizzlies, the trash talking that they do? And when somebody trash talks them back, this is what we see. So guys, let me know how you feel. Like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Get this video popping. Let's get off in this YouTube algorithm. And like I said, once again, that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. And like I always said, when you come in, welcome yourself in, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like I said, thanks for watching. And we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.